It was 10th January 2022, and all of us were just coming out of the COVID lockdowns. And COVID had been very, very difficult for me. I had lost my dad to the virus. I had not seen my little daughter for months, coming out of a divorce and with all the travel restrictions in place. The business was growing, but we were bleeding cash. And I was forced to fundraise in a market that was crashing all around me. I had made over 100 investor pitches and almost received an equal number of rejections. And with each rejection email, I felt defeated, deflated, and exhausted. And in that moment, I would go and lie down on the bed, not find enough energy to get up. So I took out my phone and texted a friend, Esther Wynn, who's a more experienced entrepreneur and has been in the journey. I wrote to her, each rejection is like a punch to the gut. I don't find the energy to get up from the bed. I've told my team that we will finish the fundraise this quarter, but I really don't know how. I expected her to reply with either a generic motivational message or basically slam me, asking me to man up and not act like a failure. But her response really surprised me. She said she understands. She had been there. It was okay to lie down, but get up after an hour. This small, insignificant moment really set me on a different path. I realized as a founder, you don't need to be a superhero. It's okay to be down. It's okay to be lost. Entrepreneurship for me is a journey which is like trying to cross the vast ocean in a tiny little boat. Storms come your way, often capsize the boat, and you find yourself alone in the dark, frigid waters, often struggling to swim. And at that moment, motivational quotes don't really help you. The only thing that can keep you going is your resilience. And I'm here to share my 4 lessons of how I found my resilience. Now, when you're in the water and you're struggling to move, there are often times you feel like giving up. So first is hope is a strategy. I have a friend who would often tell me, Nikhilesh, hope is not a strategy. And I would reply, I agree. But there can be no strategy without hope either. And as a founder, you have to have an undying amount of belief that you can overcome insurmountable odds. I don't know how, I don't know why, but I do know that tomorrow will be better. This hope will not get me where I want to be, but it will give me just enough willpower to survive another day, which is what we need to get to tomorrow. Second is to believe in their belief. Entrepreneurship is supposed to be a very, very lonely journey, but founders really don't need to do it alone. We have the will to survive. We need the energy to start swimming again. And my favorite underdog story is that of Rocky Balboa. Right? Everybody knows the boxer. When he was down and out and defeated, he would get up and fight again. But if you've seen the movies, when he was down in the ring, he didn't think of the title or the prize money. Instead, there were faces that flashed before his eyes of people who believed in his journey. His wife, Adrian, his friend, Apollo, his coach, Mikey. As founders, we too have people who have believed in our journey, who've sacrificed, given it all to join us in this mission, and therefore, we need to believe in their belief. Every time I am down and fatigued, I walk the floor in my office. I look at the faces of people who are in there in the trenches with me, and that's what keeps me going. Now that we have the will and we have the energy, we really need to start rebuilding the boat back again. And the third is make every small win count. We're often looking for home runs, but they don't come that easy. Instead, every single investor conversation, every partnership discussion, every new idea that is tabled, can we draw a little bit of energy from it? Now, that single idea or that single move won't really get us across the ocean, but every single stroke that we make gets us closer to the shore and where we want to be. We have to recognize and acknowledge every tiny win, draw energy from it, draw inspiration from it, because that's how we stack up our resilience and our confidence. And now that we've built our boat, the business back, we need to get the momentum going. And therefore, the final one is find angels to blow wind in your sails. We all have these angels around us, our coaches, our mentors, our families, our fellow founders. We often don't reach out to them, but when we do, trust me, we are very, very surprised at how similar the journeys are. And the example I shared cannot illustrate this better. And therefore, I always say that in this social media driven world where we are constantly bombarded with superhero stories of founders who feel no pain, never make mistakes, never are fatigued, and never doubt themselves, it's okay to be human. It's okay to once in a while feel like you're drowning, that you want to give up and you can't take it anymore. But at that moment, look deep down inside to find that resilience, find the will to survive just another day. Look at people who have believed in you, draw energy from them to start swimming again. Rebuild the business, the boat, plank by stacking tiny little wins. And finally, reach out to your circle of angels so that they can give you the momentum, they can blow the wind in your sails. Finding resilience, entrepreneurship is a very personal quest and has a very different meaning for each person. But I'm hoping in this room there are a lot of entrepreneurs. And as you set out on your journey, I just want to leave you with a few lines from Rudyard Kipling, which go, if you can make dreams your master, if you can think and not let thoughts become your aim, if you can meet with triumph and disaster and treat those two imposters just the same, if you can fill the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, then yours is the earth and everything that's in it, and which is more, you'll be a man, my son. Thank you.